Hello, welcome to this update for spots of the Mediterranean, especially Northern Africa into Southern Europe. So let's see about the storms. We have many storms today across southern France, especially northeastern Spain. Some storms going on in Algeria as well, more storms in central Italy. So yesterday we had a few storms as well in many places, especially in the UK. There were some strong storms yesterday. So let's see what's going to happen these next few days. We still have here today this chance of hail, spots of Spain, France, and especially Spain because this yellow is mostly lightning. So there's some small hail possible, those storms in Spain and Turkey, especially Turkey. And there are already been some reports of hail in spots of southern Turkey. So in Algeria, it's cut off the map there, but you can see some bigger hail chances as well. So Wednesday, tomorrow, still have some bigger chances in the Middle East, spots of Turkey into Iraq. And this system starts building northern Algeria and Tunisia Wednesday with some higher hail probabilities as well. So especially Wednesday into Thursday will be the greatest storm threat in those areas, especially Thursday. So be careful, spots in Northern Africa. Still some chances for thunderstorms tomorrow. Spain, France, maybe NorthernItaly, and maybe very small hail spots of Spain. So be aware in those areas. So here there's the GFS. We can see Wednesday kind of a low pressure that L trying to form northern Algeria and a bunch of storms in the Mediterranean between Spain and northern Africa. This goes between Wednesday night and Thursday, some heavier storms in northern Algeria into Tunisia, and shows like Thursday this goes a small low pressure northern Tunisia, the Mediterranean, probably more storms to affect northern Italy, southern Italy, Sicily, and those spots in the Mediterranean as well by Thursday and Friday. So let's see here. Just 1 second. Good. So let's see. This goes Thursday, and the GFS does have more storms by Thursday and Friday. Spots of the Balkans into Greece as well. And does have some snow in the Balkans, so we'll check about that as well. So this goes shows still some snow in the highlands of Romania, spots of Bulgaria by Friday, Saturday, and those storms go. So here, there's the European model, shows already storms today into tomorrow in northern Algeria, Morocco, a little bit of snow in Morocco. This goes, those storms central Spain, northern Spain, some snow in the Pyrenees. Then especially Wednesday night into Thursday, in northern Tunisia and Algeria, those spots. So this goes into Sardinia, Sicily, especially Malta, Sicily, into those areas in between. Might get some very big downpours Thursday and maybe some strong thunderstorms and water spouts as well. So be careful. Those areas, this goes, some heavy rain into Greece and Albania, spots Thursday, Friday, southern Italy especially, and more rain as well throughout Macedonia, Kosovo, spots of Bulgaria, and more spots and some snow in the Balkans. Then this goes into Turkey, maybe Saturday, still some storms, and shows these low pressures like spinning around Russia, Belarus, and those areas Sunday with more rain and some storms there. And then it does show long range by the 21st, more storms in Spain and France, but we'll keep watching that. So be careful in those areas. There's the icon too, shows like those storms in Algeria, maybe even some rain affect the Balearic Islands in Spain by Wednesday. So this goes more storms in Spain on Wednesday and the Pyrenees. By Wednesday into Thursday, some heavy rain northern Algeria, that's low pressure in the Mediterranean, some storms in Sicily, especially in Sicily, in spots of southern Italy into Greece, some heavy rain to Greece, Macedonia, southern Albania, and into Bulgaria, more spots there. And then this goes, and that moisture goes all the way up into Russia by Saturday and Sunday, some rain there too. So be careful those areas. And here's, let's just check this. So the icon, the icon European that does have more than 100 millimeter spots in northern Algeria, even to 120 next 5 days or so. It's like 2 to 3 days, 3 days, yeah, 3 to 4 days. Show spots of Greece, eventually more than 100 millimeters as well. Spots of Sicily into southern Italy. So stay safe in those areas. Some flooding, possible severe weather with these storms. So especially those storms, hail and everything, especially flash flooding in Algeria will be the biggest concern. But does show those stronger storms Wednesday might have a risk for some hail and water spouts in the Mediterranean. So be careful. Those areas, just checking if there's any cape here for those storms. It doesn't show that much instability, but does show Thursday in Tunisia for some severe storms. So this goes in the Mediterranean still, but it doesn't show that much in the central eastern Mediterranean. But be careful in those areas. The European model does have until Sunday spots northern Algeria close to 100 millimeters, 103, some 78 millimeters, some 100 more stars in Tunisia too. Shows in Sicily especially. The exact location still to be determined, but most of the island will get heavy rain. But especially it's showing this western side here. Be careful, more than 141 millimeters. More spots of Sicily to southern Italy, more than 8 is 70 millimeters. So be careful. The European does show close to 100 millimeters. Central southern Greece like 98, 101 in a few spots. So be careful there too. Maybe a possible flash flood or two there. So stay safe. And there's here like those spots interior of Spain, even southeastern areas, northern Spain, some in France still some rain accumulation from those storms as well. Does show until Sunday Latvia, Estonia, more than 50 millimeters, even 65 in Lithuania. So be careful there too. Until Friday doesn't show that much, but already shows like close to 40 millimeters. But until Sunday, even more might accumulate there. So be careful in those areas. There's the GFS. It has close to 100 millimeters as well, but not as much as the other models. But it does have storms near Spain as well, Tunisia and southern Italy. There's the icon. I already showed you the icon there, but just another view here shows even to 109 northern Algeria, 106. I think this European icon had more than this icon here because that might be more high resolution. So, but this one also has a lot in Sicily, some spots more than 90 millimeters, especially Greece into southern Albania. So be careful those areas, and also showing this sector of northern Spain close to 48 millimeters. And later into Latvia and Russia, even some 84 millimeters by the icon. So be careful there too. Let's see if there's any other good model here. Maybe here there's some more like the arpeg. So the arpeg is higher resolution. Sometimes this can exaggerate or be very accurate. Mostly it's very accurate. And you see those blacks in northern Algeria is a lot of white and kind of black. Black is more than 200 millimeters. So if this model is right, you might get more than 150 to 200 millimeters as some isolated spots in northern Algeria. Then it shows southern Italy, some whites along the coast, more than 100 millimeters, and Albania into northern Greece as well. So I don't think it will be that much. In Algeria, it might be like 100 and something instead of 200, but you never know. Some of these events can throw a lot of rain. So just be careful there with flooding and possible severe storms along the Mediterranean, including some high wind, very strong wind, those storms. So the wind from the storms themselves doesn't show up here, but just by having those lower pressures, we already have some very strong winds. So shows that this wind already Tuesday today, starting Morocco, some higher spots of Morocco into Algeria, and then this goes Wednesday, some stronger winds in Algeria, central, most of central Algeria, spots southern Algeria, some Morocco still, especially in Tunisia, the Europeans even close to 95 km/h gusts, and spots in Libya too. So Wednesday, this goes still shows in Libya a few spots of high gusts in Algeria by Thursday morning. By Thursday afternoon shows some widespread strong gusts in Libya. Be careful some blowing dust, and then shows in Algeria too, spots of Tunisia. So be careful strong gusts in spots of the Mediterranean. Thursday, Friday, and eventually Friday into western Turkey and Greece might have strong gusts. The seas near southern France and spots of Croatia too by Friday. Still shows Saturday afternoon in Turkey, spots of Turkey. So be careful in those areas. And let's see here. So there's like, you get the idea. I think there's this lightning map, like thunderstorm probability, shows some big storms in Tunisia, even to northwestern Libya, maybe some storms. So stay safe in those areas. And here I mostly showed you the rest of Europe, but the northwest is kind of quiet. There's show a thing or two in Ireland and the UK. Next 5 days in Iceland, mainly quiet. Longer range, maybe something in Iceland, but next 5 days kind of quiet. Norway and Sweden, some snow maybe, and maybe some rain. But this area of northeastern Europe and southeastern Europe, in like southern Europe and northern Africa, are the main areas to focus, especially those stronger storms, the Mediterranean. And be careful those areas. There's like, let's see the snow, because this might bring some snow spots of the mountains. So the European still shows snows, some mountains of southern Spain next 5 days, some 3 centimeters, 5 centimeters northern Spain, a finger two on the Pyrenees, and those show some in the Alps, some 4 centimeters, 19 centimeters, spots of Macedonia, southern Kosovo, some 4 centimeters, 2 centimeters, and like 2.9 spots of Montenegro. But this changes like every 6 hours. This changes, so we can't know for sure. But does show in Romania close 15 centimeters, more spots of Ukraine to possibly to Slovakia and Poland, some snow drizzles, a spot or two in the mountains. Russia doesn't show that much, just further northern Russia, further east. But does show this Norway, Sweden, some 27 and 29 centimeters, and some in central Norway, Romania, further northwestern Sweden to Norway. So be careful. The GFS has slightly more in the Balkans. It has like Montenegro to 11 centimeters, 14 centimeters, northern Kosovo to 7 centimeters, 12 northern Albania, spots of northern Macedonia, northwestern Macedonia to 16 centimeters, even to like 14, 13 centimeters, southern Kosovo, spots of southern Serbia, Bulgaria, the GFS has, but the GFS like zero in all of Spain, even the Pyrenees zero, and the European has this. So the models aren't in much agreement, but they are showing some more in the Alps too. So be aware, spot or two. There's the icon, shows more now still next 5 days, and shows very little in Montenegro and Kosovo, just 1 to 2 centimeters, and barely has anything further south, the icon. So yeah, and the icon barely has anything in Spain either, just like less than a centimeter further south. But be aware, the icon is a lot north central Norway as well, and Greenland, especially the east coast of Greenland. Be careful in those towns there. And Turkey and the Caucasus still shows more, especially in the Caucasus, some heavier snow spots. So stay safe. There's still those temperatures slightly slightly below average in Eastern Europe, still those lower pressures, and shows still in the Alps, Pyrenees, and the mountains in Ukraine and Romania, still some active temperatures. The rest is kind of chilly during the night, but in the afternoon it does warm up many areas, especially spots in northwestern Europe and central, even southern spots of Italy and Spain and Turkey, slightly warmer. So be aware, but still during the night further northeast, kind of colder. Norway, Sweden, still some active temperatures. Northern Finland too, and then and the highest points of the Pyrenees, Spain, France, and Andorra. Spots of the Alps, still in France, Switzerland, and Austria in Italy, and spots of southeastern Europe still in the mountains 1 to 2 degrees, and Bulgaria and Romania. So be aware, spots of Turkey and the Caucasus still very cold. This goes not very cold, it's kind of cold. Then this goes shows northern Italy, France, some days warmer, Spain, Portugal, and then still kind of colder. These areas northeastern Europe, and even Iceland is becoming slightly milder, but interior spots. Reykjavik is around 13 in the afternoon. So this goes Thursday, Friday, more cold in the Alps and Slovakia, spots of Ukraine as well, and more spots in Norway, Sweden, Finland still cold. So Friday, they'll show warmer interior Spain and Portugal, even 28, 27 Saturday, this goes still cold in the Alps and Northern Europe, spots of Iceland, and then this goes there. But stay safe. There's the Canadian model for the rainfall. The Canadian model has also like 150 millimeters northern Algeria. That yellow is like above 100. And if you look at the scale, yellow is even more than 200 if it's yellow. So this is some serious rainfall might happen there. So stay safe. Shows some more storms in Spain and a lot throughout Greece and Albania, spots of Italy as well, and northeastern Europe. So please be careful. These storms, there's like these temperatures here, the European, the above and below average. Does show those below average temperatures Eastern Europe, slightly above average the Northwestern Atlantic, and then this small proportion of below average on the 15th, Central Northeastern Europe still remains below average by next week. By this weekend, the next week, and shows slightly above average in western spots of Europe, but we will keep watching. But be careful, those storms, be careful with heavy rain, hail, some strong winds, and lightning and everything. So stay safe. Just checking if there's anything special here. The role model does show some higher values the Mediterranean, spots northern Spain as well as those storms. So yeah, be careful in those areas. Just so you can see, does show those storms across Spain this afternoon, France, and then does show some of the Balearic Islands as well from those storms the Mediterranean, more across Spain tomorrow afternoon, and spots of France, even finger to Italy. So stay safe.